some very, very different. How do you start these? I am a Oracle certified Java, I think SE6 SE8 programmer. And I used to be a programming tutor. And well, I've always wanted to try to make a big tutorial. And I thought this ASMR channel is the perfect place to A, help people relax, and B, help them learn coding at the same time. How perfect is that? So, this is going to be episode 0 and 1 combined. I'll say 0. You'll see in episode 3 why I say 0. But we're going to be going over what you're going to need. So, first thing, you're going to need a development environment. So you could open up a new notepad, write code into it, and then compile it from the command line. But that's really annoying to do. And so, as a programmers, we use these things called IDEs, Intelligent Development Environment. This is going to be the one I recommend. Don't download this. Scroll down and get the community edition. This is free. This is a 30-day trial. This is free. There's no difference. There's basically no difference. So come here, you're gonna download the community edition. Once you do that, you're gonna be presented with this screen. Okay. What we're gonna do is we're gonna make a new project. We're gonna give it some name like I don't know. You're going to select a JDK. I normally just choose the most latest. If you don't have one installed, it prompts you to download one. Or you can just go search download Java on Google. Right? We're not going to add sample code. Yeah, that's looking good. Just a great project. Here we go. So, really quickly, I'm going to change some settings, and then we'll get into actually learning. Okay, I made everything a little bigger. So, it gave us a bunch of files that we're not really going to need to worry about right now. Because you would get ignored by default, that's cool. Anyway, so, what we're going to start doing is right-clicking on this source folder. You know, in the movies they say, oh, the source code. This is where we're gonna put our source code. New class. And we're just gonna name this, we'll name this main. No, that's gonna be confusing. Test. Here we go. Look at that. So, the coding is gonna begin now. We have this class. We're not going to explain what a class is yet, because you're going to need some more foundational knowledge, but it's basically where all your code is stored. So, I'm going to make a new line, and we're going to make the entry point of our program, right? That's going to be called the main method. So you see here, it's going to give you suggestions as you go. This is really nice. You can also press Control Space to get suggestions. See? So, there we go. This is the main method. Again, this is the entry point of your code. Right? So, when you click Run Program, which we're going to do in a minute, it's going to start, it's going to find this, and it's going to go here, and it's going to run all the code sequentially, which we're going to show. But first, let's add some stuff into our program. if we ran this, it would do nothing because we haven't told the computer to do anything. So let's make it display some text on the screen. It's gonna be system dot out dot print, and then we're gonna do print ln. Okay, so we're here. It's like it's yelling at us. It's saying it doesn't know what this is. We need to add this to parentheses, right? And in the parentheses, we're gonna put what we want it to print. Surrounded by quotation marks, because quotation marks tell the computer I want this to be like text and not code. So I'm gonna put a message, hello world. Okay, so you see this is the print, this is parentheses, right? Quotation marks, parentheses is what we want to print. So we're putting in those. Quotation marks is telling it that we want to print like text and not make a code. And then our message. And then in Java, every line has to end with a semicolon. So I know this is gonna be really confusing at the start, because it's essentially we're learning the language of computers, okay? You're gonna have to stick it out for a bit, and everything will start making sense. So, let's now run our program. It's gonna be a little confused, so in this version of IntelliJ, what you're gonna want to do is just come here and click Run Test.main. And see, it's gonna compile everything. And there we go. It printed out our message in the quotation marks. Hello world. And now, in the future, you can just click this little run button up here. I click debug. You can just use this little button right there. And that will run the program. And there we go. If you've been following along, you just ran your first program. It's really simple. If we want to print more stuff, we can just do another system.out.println. I don't know, goodbye world. Kind of grim, but there you go. Hello world. Goodbye world. And see, it's the same thing. This is called a method. It's a method, our parentheses, and then we're telling it we want a string by putting the quotation marks, our message. Boom. There you go. If you've been following along again, you've just made your first multi-line program. So, let's get into our next topic. Let's store things on the computer. Right. So first, let's take this, and instead of telling it what we're gonna telling it the message we want to print. We're gonna store the message and then print it. Okay. So what we're gonna do is what's called declaring a variable. A variable is basically like a bucket. It just stores something. So we're gonna declare a string variable, which a string is a string of characters. That's what it's basically means. We're gonna say string. We're gonna give it a name. Okay. So this is saying I'm gonna make a variable named message that is the type of string. Okay. And we're gonna say it equals, and then we're gonna do this quotation marks again because we're telling it text and not code. We're gonna say it equals hello world. if we do our system dot out dot print ln, and we put in message instead of our quotation marks, hello world. Watch what it does, right? You would think it's gonna print just a message, but no, it prints out hello world, right? Because what it's saying is, I want to print this, whatever is in this bucket, this variable message. And then it goes there, it goes message. What is in message? Hello world. Prints hello world. Now what we can do is, let's say we want to change message. Let's say message equals hi YouTube. Right? You see, I didn't put string because I didn't want to make a new bucket. Right? I wanted to change what's in the old bucket. And so I didn't put the type before it. Then I can go I'm gonna print out message again and watch this, right? It prints hello world and then message is changed, right? And now it prints hi YouTube because that's what we set it to. Right? And there you go. That's the basic of variables. So let's now talk about this main method, right? I'm going to take a picture of it and I'm going to annotate that picture. So let's talk about how the program works in running this, because that's going to help you. If you get this basic understanding of how coding works, everything else will be downhill from here, right? So this main says, let's start here. Let's start on line 3. What the program is going to do is it's going to run line 3, right? Which is going to set the thing. And then after it's done making a new string, this makes a new string. This is the name of the new string. And then it sets it to this value. So now, over here, we have is look. So what we've done here on line 3 is we've made a new string and named it hello world, right? Then this next line, line 5, what that's gonna do is it's gonna steal this. It's gonna come take this value and print it and show it to us, right? It's gonna print it out. And then the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go to message, right? So okay, we've printed it out. It's a place in the console. Now we're gonna go to message and we're gonna say, I don't want you to be hello world anymore. I want you to be hi YouTube. And then we take it, we print it out again, and it displays hi YouTube in the console, right? So whenever you're thinking about code, you gotta remember it runs sequentially. So it does one thing at a time. A computer can never do more than one thing at a time. Essentially. So you gotta keep that in mind. Okay. We make message, we set it to hello world. We print out the message, which is equal to hello world. Then we set message to hi YouTube, and then we print out hi YouTube. Okay? Now, there you go. If you've done this, you I've coded more than 90% of all people in this world. If you understand that it's running everyone in a line, everyone in order, you understand it more than most, like college students, to be honest. A lot of people out there, this is gonna be my take, a lot of people out there treat coding as if they're reciting some predetermined steps that their teacher taught them. But that's not how you want to think about it. If you understand what's really going on behind every step, you are gonna dominate as a coder. You know, you have to understand how the program flows. Okay. Thank you for watching episode 1.